All right, well, welcome here. We're actually very special guest has come into our studio. He took time from a very busy schedule this very busy holiday season. The one and only Saint Nick Santa Claus is in the building. Welcome to the show.
Well, it's been an experience being here.
Yeah, you got to see a little bit of what's going on here.
And some very talented performers you have.
Yeah.
It's been very nice.
Well, thank you for coming out from your busy schedule to do it here.
You must realize that all year long we're making toys.
Sure.
When it gets to October, it starts wrapping. November's is bows and ribbons and tags. And then the beginning of December, it's loading the sleighs. And now I work with elves,
Sure.
which are about 3 feet tall.
Cool.
I'm slightly over 6 foot. And if you can't tell, I've got rather large hands.
Huge.
And I've
set of
been
hands.
working with people. I've been working, elbow to elbow, pointy ear to pointy ear. And I'm in the way. It's like they know what they're doing. They've got their job. And it's like, go bother Mrs. Claus. And I walk into the kitchen and it's like, get out. So, well, she's baking
Gingerbread
biscuits
house,
and
no.
that sort of thing. So I get all these invitations to come to our Christmas party and things like that. And the comment is, be back by the 23rd.
Sure.
So I'm able to come down and like this, able to chat with charming people and spread Christmas spirit.
Well, you snuck out because it's Christmas Eve right now, so we're enjoying. I know you're Prince on time. You have to hit the Eastern Seaboard
Yes.
a little bit.
Well, yeah.
But speaking of, I'm really curious. How are you able to get everywhere in one night?
Well, I do have help. In Italy, La Befana delivers the gifts to all the children in Italy. So there are various sundries. There's a couple of gnomes here and there. There are over 8 billion people on the planet.
Sure.
And I deliver to well over half of them. And much to people's big surprise, I have more than one sleigh.
Oh, really?
If you look at a map of the Earth, there are lines that run from pole to pole. Starting at the international date line, I will begin delivering from there. And all the gifts in the sleigh cover that region of the planet. And I'll get to the South Pole, and there's some very lovely scientists down there. I will have some fresh nog and the fresh team of deer and a different sleigh, and I'll go back up the next section. Now, when we get into the oceans, there's whole gaps where I don't have to worry about things. I mean, there's Bermuda's in the middle of the Atlantic. What's that? But I'll get into the Pacific, which is much more expansive. And I'll have like the Aleutians and Hawaii and Gilligan's Island. So there's only a few stops in there. And that'll give me a chance to get ahead on the next section.
You've been doing this for a while.
Yes, I have.
A long time. And we're in 2020 going to 2022. How have you felt Christmas has changed from being in the beginning to what we have Christmas now?
Well, the celebration of Christmas comes from the Christ Mass, which is centuries old. Of course, celebrating the Saturnalia, which became the festivities of Christmas time after Cromwell's little set to. Things kind of slowed down a bit during the early Victorian era where Christmas was slowly coming back.
Sure.
Many of the customs have changed. Many of the customs that we participate today are much older than Christianity itself. The whole decorating the tree and things like that.
Sure. I'm sure gifts have changed immensely.
Oh, heavens. They went digital and it's like,
Yeah.
help me.
Okay. And I actually, someone texted me and wanted to know, do you give out naughty gifts?
Do I give people gifts that are naughty, or
Yes.
do I give naughty people gifts?
Well, no, naughty people get a lump of coal.
Correct.
But I'm talking about something for the missus. You want to spice things up. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about little.
There's a fellow known as Black Peter.
Ooh.
And he was my assistant during the earlier part of the 1800s. And he was the one that carried the bushel basket full of switches and lumps of coal. He kind of sort of took over that whole...
Naughty stuff.
Yeah.
So there's a list of people that get like the naughty gifts.
Oh, I have...
Is there a black book? You know, if you will.
Actually, it's gray.
Ooh.
No,
50 Shades? 50 Shades of Grey? Have you not? I'm sorry. This is for the viewers. I know you haven't seen that movie.
Uh,
Maybe you have. Maybe Mrs. Claus is into that.
No.
No? Okay.
Where were we?
Naughty Gifts.
Naughty Gifts.
Yeah.
You see, I am 1,723 years old.
Sure.
This October, and
But sex has been around forever, Santa.
true.
Yes. So sometimes like sex
Elves
gifts
had
might
to come from somewhere.
somewhere. Yes.
No, but at my age, the memory is shot.
Sure.
So that whole thing about hazardless and checking it twice.
Yeah.
That's because of the memory. So that's why it all gets written down.
Sure.
The most unsettling thing is when that fool wrote that song that says, "He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake." Sounds incredibly creepy.
Yeah. That's the song I
And
sung in
it's-
the beginning of the show.
Oh,
You weren't here for that.
must have-
Yeah. You
I'm
were.
sorry.
No, that's okay. I opened the show with that.
Oh, well.
It is a little creepy though, right? He
Yes.
sees you when you're sleeping.
People look at me rather odd. It's like, so you know when I'm sleeping? It's like, and then they let me into their homes. It's kind of scary.
Yeah. Well, what's your favorite thing to be left out for you? Do you like the traditional milk and cookies? Do you like sugar cookies?
I like milk and cookies. I am so to hear with Oreos. Show some originality. Bake a freaking batch of cookies. For God's
Sure.
sake. I love oatmeal raisin cookies, no nuts. And if you're going to leave any
Oatmeal raisin right here, baby.
no nuts, that has
No,
nuts
nut.
in it.
Does that have nuts?
Yes, it does.
I'm so sorry.
No, that's all right. I had one with.
Well, make sure I got you a
chips.
spread. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a selection.
Here on the
assortment,
Red Light
that's it.
Dishes show, we make
Yeah.
sure.
Well, the thing is that if you're going to leave out something, always remember that there are the deer. But they'll leave out celery. In some countries, they'll actually leave oats and straw and things like that. But people tend to leave carrots and celery.
Mm-hmm.
Celery, yes. Carrots, no.
Can't stress it enough.
Well, you realize the back end of a reindeer is only about 6 feet from my face. And carrots give Donder the wind like you would not believe.
Is he the end of the
And-
stay?
He's in the back section. They're flying in tandem.
2x2s.
Yes. And in doing this, if he lets one go, I'm in Nebraska before the air clears. So just celery, please. Now, may I tell you something
Sure.
very interesting? There is this lovely poem, The Night Before Christmas, or A Visit from St. Nicholas. And forever, people have been getting one of the reindeer's names wrong.
Uh-oh.
Now, do you know the poem?
Sure.
Okay, can you name the 8 deer?
Donner, Vixen, Donner and something and Cupid. and Vixen.
I'm going to stop you right there.
Oh.
Forgive me.
Sorry.
Sorry, sound man, if I bumped that too much. You started off with the one I'm speaking of. His name is not Donner. Donner is a camping trip that went very badly.
The Donner Party.
It is Donder.
Oh, Donder.
It is Old German for thunder.
Oh.
The legend is that the ancient god Woden, who eventually evolved into Odin, would traverse the night sky and adjudge the people in the villages below to determine if they were people of good worth, if they helped the needy and took care of the elderly, that sort of thing. And he wrote on the back of thunder and lightning, which is Donder und Blitz.
Donner and Blitz, and they come.
That's
There it is.
There you are.
I did not know that. That's awesome.
That's what I'm here for.
One last thing I want to know, because is Rudolph still the favorite? Is he your favorite? He has to be the favorite because everyone doesn't like him anymore, right? Because he's your favorite.
It's a story.
Oh. And that
Yes, Rudolph is one of my favorite deer. It's a story. Don't tell anyone.
Okay.
Okay. You
You love them all.
smile. But you must realize that there are over 200 deer in the paddock.
Oh, that's right, because you have this
And
different slates.
Because you have different slates. Now, when you're training teen animals, like oxens and things like that, you will pair them up until you find 2 that work well together. And that's how the Dasher and Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner.
Sure.
It's a matter of those work well side by side.
Oh,
So that way it's more uniform for launching and landing.
yeah. I think we have who do we have over here? What's going on? What's going on with this guy?
Yeah. Hey, Santa. Hey, Santa.
Yes,
Santa.
yes, yes.
We need to get going. Your sleigh's all fixed. The smog's
You
all
got
checked out.
you fixed the rudder.
Yes.
Okay. One last thing, okay?
Okay.
Before I go,
Oh, he has a list.
would you mind spelling your name for me?
Sure. It's ISAAC, and then the last one is ICE. Isaac Ice. That's me. I'm not too sure if that's a good thing or bad thing, but we'll find out this Christmas if I get a good gift or a naughty gift or a double cool.
I have a list, and I check it twice.
You're gonna might have to check it a couple more times.
Happy Christmas to you, Zach.
Santa Claus, it was an honor to meet you. It was an honor to be here. Thank you so
was
much. You have a busy night. Thanks for dropping by.
Oh my goodness, I didn't realize the time.
Yeah.
Take care.
All right.
Merry
That was
Christmas,
it. Merry
all.
Christmas. Thank you so much. And to all a good night. There was Santa Claus. Perfect.